Alright, how's it going, everyone? It is crazy windy outside. Looks like we're about to get some storms. So we decided to bring this inside. We decided to maybe name this segment, where we may do a little talking to everyone, Trailer Chat. We might do it on the inside, we might do it on the outside, but it involves us talking by the trailer. If you like the name or if you got any opinions on that, leave that in the comments below. Trailer Chat. But we want to talk to a little bit today about compartmentalizing. Did I say that right?
I think you added a syllable.
I might have added a compartmentalizing. Compartmentalizing. How am I going to talk about it if I can't even say it? Okay, we're going to talk about compartmentalizing people's lives versus integrating. I think this is endemic of maybe modern Western culture. It's just the idea of segregating things in people's lives. Everything gets segregated. You have a job that you have to go to make money. A lot of times, not everyone, but a lot of people have very physical jobs. But unfortunately, that's usually backbreaking. But some people don't have very physical jobs, and because of that, they might need to go to like a gym for exercise. Then you go to a church on the weekend for all your spiritual needs. Then you make time in the evenings maybe to spend a little time with the family. If you're lucky, maybe you can fit some time in for some friends. Often not. I think that's why social media is going big. And then recreation. It's another thing that gets put into like its own separate category. And some people only have time for that maybe 2, maybe 3 times a year if they're lucky, with vacations to get away from their job for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think health is another big factor. People separate health into its own little category from like all these other things that you're doing. And I think separating all those components in one's life tends to, and again I speak in generalities, but it can add a lot of stress into people's lives, which also affects health.
And also, your life can get like crazy out of balance that way if you're just looking at like one segment of your life at a time. Like you might be neglecting another part of it.
Yeah, like if you're scheduling all these things in your life, how often does life work out on a schedule, things are always going to run over, you're going to run out of time for other things, and it gets out of balance. And I think that brings us to one of my favorite Jeff Lawton quotes, is that all the world's problems can be solved in a garden. And that's the thing. Gardening is really, I think, a gateway to the possibilities of starting to integrate all these components of a person's life and start meshing those things together. One, financially, once you start that garden, initially there's probably going to be startup costs and everything like that, getting that going. But once it is going, gardens really don't have to be very high cost. And if you're growing a lot of your own food, depending on how big the garden is and stuff like that, it can start to maybe ease up some of those financial burdens from work. Maybe you don't have to work as much because a lot of that food bill is being alleviated.
Mm-hmm. And you're getting higher quality food, so more value.
And which is going to help health. That's going to directly affect health. Also, that physical activity, getting out there, working the soil, working the earth, planting, it's going to be very good for the body, getting out there, getting moving.
And just getting outside.
Just getting outside, being a part of getting the fresh air and everything like that, it's going to do wonders.
Also, you can make that a family activity. It's something that, might bring your family closer together.
Yeah, absolutely. Get the family involved. Work with your spouse. bring the kids involved, because I think getting outside, playing in the dirt, that's going to be, kids are going to love that.
Mm-hmm. And actually, like, for a lot of people, gardening is a hobby, or it's like a recreational activity, because it is so calming, you know, it relieves stress.
Again, which ties back into health. And like how many recreational activities sometimes people involved in actually cause stress.
Traveling, or, you know.
Here, gardening can be an activity that can help reduce stress.
And you can also look at it as a spiritual activity too. Something that, you know, connects you to the earth, or, you know, to something outside of yourself.
Yeah, no matter what your beliefs are, what you're thinking on spirituality, I think, is getting into the garden connects you with something greater than yourself. Yeah, I think that just helps tie so many parts of your life together like that.
Mm-hmm.
And gardening really can just be it's really the entranceway. It's a good start. And, I mean, you can increase that, or, you know, put it at whatever level you want. Maybe gardening is fine. Maybe you want to keep pushing that. I mean, you can push that all the way into like what we're doing, and that's homesteading, and that's taking things to a whole nother level. You know, that's integrating like all these facets in your life all the time. But that might be a little too intense. Some people might be like, you know, I don't really want to spend that much time with my partner. I need a little space. Luckily, that's not our case.
But I think doing activities like that, gardening, homesteading, it also gives you more of an awareness of the connectedness of life and how everything is, you know, integrated and works together. You know, you see how plants interact with the soil and the microorganisms and insects and, you know, animals and all that. And doing homesteading activities too, raising animals maybe, or just being more self-sufficient. You know, for us, studying permaculture has been a big part of that, and that deals a lot with integrating elements in a system.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, once you start taking that time to see how nature interacts and works and integrates things, you start making those connections a lot easier in your own life. And you can see the benefits of that.
Yeah, definitely. So it applies to everything. And I think when you look at everything as a whole, and how it fits together, like, things in your life can kind of flow a little easier.
All right, thanks a lot for watching, everyone. This has been Trailer Chat. Maybe? Oh. Ignore that.
Don't integrate that.
Don't integrate that. I won't be integrating that into the video. Maybe. All right, thanks a lot for watching, everyone. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps us out a lot. Definitely comment down below. We want to hear your thoughts, even if it's just to say hi. We appreciate it. Let us know you're here. Definitely subscribe, because we're putting out videos on the daily now. So much content coming out. It's crazy. It's going to be more native plants and animals, like yesterday's video. Don't want to miss it.
And check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
That's right. All right. All right, thanks a lot, everyone. Thanks for watching.